Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The topics in today's video are the drama in Ukrainian Parliament, that is called Verkhovna Rada, many of you know the name. I will present to you what took place, I think it was yesterday, in Ukrainian Parliament between Zelensky and some MPs. I'm gonna play the video and read you the news. As well, we will go back a little bit in the history how it was before in Verkhovna Rada, because it looks like it's nothing new. That's how they react very often over there. Then I will read to you an article about situation in Italy and the prisoners. Interesting article I came across, and many of you who are watching me from Italy can put in the comments down below your few cents. What do you think about it? Then we will go to the border in Poland, between Poland and Germany, and some tension there between German citizens, I would say citizens, because this presents just one video. However, I believe there are more cases like this, and how that border is being protected by the Polish citizens. And we will end this video with the United States and situation there, but this is not as much political as down to the earth, real people trying to make a living and survive in the US. So let's start with Verkhovna Rada. Let me take you to a video. I will mute myself because the sound that this channel chooses to play is always very disturbing. So what's going on, everyone? Well, this is not this one. Well, actually, let's start with this one. Why not? Here you can see Verkhovna Rada in a few years back in the past. So we have the fights in the parliament right here. This is 13 years ago, as you can see. Someone is bleeding, so that's serious. Another video from 9 years ago. Another one from 8 years ago. And 5 years ago again. So it looks like this is pretty common. I think there are some parliaments in the world who react like this, because a lot of those people who are in those positions, they have zero restraint as far as their personality goes. So let me find the right video. Here is the right one. This was yesterday. Before I play it and show you this, so let me read you what it is about. Ukrainian President Zelensky clashed with MP Oleksiy Gonacharenko in the Rada, Verkhovna Rada, after the MP asked about demobilization for troops. Zelensky said soldiers will return home only after victory and told Goncharenko he should join the front lines. Probably that's what's gonna happen now. The MP fired back, accusing Zelensky of lacking conscience. Communication signals in parliament were reportedly jammed during his speech. Ukraine's new mobilization law mandates all conscripts to update their data, carry IDs at all times, and allows forced recruitment despite reports of beating and abductions. So it looks like even those soldiers who are still there will not be returning home until they pretty much are dead, because as you know, as we all know, there will be no victory. Here is Zelensky. And I think this man who opposed him, who had enough courage to oppose him, probably has already been conscripted. It's really horrific when you think about it. Let me see. I will forward a little bit here. So, democracy, right? On every level here. You cannot express your opinion. Disaster, absolute disaster. Ukrainian new mobilization law came into effect on May 18th this year. And they still keep on sending people over there. There we go. So they cannot return home until there is a victory. Maybe I should put this in the title of this video. Makes you speechless, right? Like, this is so bluntly in your face. They are just showing you how evil they are. And do they expect you to make peace with it? Or do they expect you to oppose it? So the question is this all to wake the humanity up? Or this is all to suppress humanity? I choose to believe that this is all for humanity to wake up, because I'm sure absolute majority humans on Earth doesn't want to do with anything of this. That's my opinion. Since we are talking about criminals, let's go to Italy, everyone. An article I came across about 2 days ago, actually, on Polish portal. It will be translated to some point, and then I will try my best to translate for you. Italians are fighting against overcrowding of prisons. 10,000 inmates will be released. Here is Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister of Italy. Overcrowded prisons in Italy. This is one of the reasons for the decision to release the prisoners. The Italian Minister of Justice informed that up to 10,000 people might be released. The first time I read this article, before I continue, guys, you know what it reminded me of? California, when I was there, living there during Schmovit time, and when Gavin Newsom decided, the governor of California, decided to release, I forgot what was the number of the prisoners, but it was a really high number. And then, you know, Black Lives Matter started and all this, so very convenient. Anyway, let's continue. Overcrowded prisons in Italy. This is one of the reasons for the decision to release the prisoners. So I read you this, 10,000 prisoners will regain their freedom. Italy's Minister of Justice has announced that up to 10,000 people might soon be released from prisons across the country. The decision was made after consultation with supervising judges. The reasons are overcrowding of prisons, signals of very poor conditions in cells, and the increase of in the number of suicides. As the head of the ministry, Carlo Nardio emphasized, those convicts who have less than 2 years of serving their sentence and those who have not been subjected to serious disciplinary sanctions in the last year will be able to leave prison. The remainder of the sentence will either be suspended or will have to be served under house arrest. These rules will not apply to those convicted of terrorism, organized crime, rape, trafficking, immigrant, and kidnapping. I don't know, I don't believe it. I think some of those will be released as well. So here is who will leave prisons in Italy. So who will be set free? This is in Polish, so let me try my best to translate for you. About who will receive freedom will decide the operational ministerial group that will meet once a week until September. And they already start working on Tuesday this week, 15th of July. If 10,000 people will leave the prisons, this will be less than every 10 of prisoner. So like 1/10 of prisoner. According to international database from World Prison Brief, Italy has one of the highest numbers of overcrowded prisons in Europe, and that is over 120%. So 20% more prisoners are in Italy's prisons than it should be. This is disaster, my God. And that's why maybe they are not taking those illegal immigrants to prisons, right? So they just let them loose. They continue to, you know, catch them for the crimes, and then they release them again because they have no room in prisons. I'm just thinking, right? Besides other things. The situation is only worse in Cyprus, France, and Turkey. So those 4 countries, everyone, if you want to know where to feel safe, you have Cyprus, France, Turkey, and Italy as far as the prisoner situation goes. So I will attach this down below in the description box. Now, as far as safety goes and the countries, let's smoothly move to Poland, everyone. I'm going to play you a video from Polish-German border again. This is not a long one. This will present to you a reaction from one of the German women who was trying to, it looks like an attack, but it's more verbal attack, but who was trying to force one of the guards there to let the illegal immigrant in, just because she wanted to be that way. So let me play this for you. This is pretty common, as this video says.
And this is Słubice in Lubusz province on the Polish-German border, and an attempt to push an illegal migrant into Poland. The man was pushed out of Germany by the local authorities, and the Polish border guard did not let him into Poland, so he camped out on the bridge for many hours, under the watchful eye of the Polish border defense movement. He made several attempts, and each time he returned to his side. A team of police or German border guard were already waiting for him, and it was clear from the gestures that they were sending him back to the Polish side. Ultimately, the migrant returned to the German side. However, before that happened, a German woman decided to do what the German authorities were unable to do. Let the boy go. Let the boy through. Are you stupid? The woman crossed the bridge on the Polish-German border and, behaving aggressively, shouted at the border guards, insulting them and trying to force them to let the illegal migrant through. Finally, she decided to throw the trash she was holding at the members of the citizen patrol. She attacked us, even though we did not express any aggression whatsoever. There was no reason for this person to attack us. She attacked us very vulgarly, shouting insults in German. This is not the first such case. There are people who are unstable, who attack us, provoke us, on both the German and Polish sides, so this is nothing new for us. Indeed, the Polish border defense movement is inconvenient for the Germans because it has repeatedly prevented them from shifting their problem, illegal migration, to Poland.
So there you have it, everyone. Let me just tell you, as you see, let me show you on this video. As you see on the vests, just to find the back, right here, you can see on the back of his vest and at the front as well, they have this ROG, R-O-G. That means Ruch Obrony Granicy. So it's a movement of protecting the borders. And as I understand, this has nothing to do with the official border guards. This is actually people who are in this movement protecting the border as the citizen. That's how I understand this. I don't think they collaborate with the border guards, but it's the way how you have to take care of things nowadays, looks like, not just in Poland, but in many other countries. Now let me take you to United States, everyone. Let me show you a video. I will present to you a video. This is one of American citizens who is a mother. I forgot how many children she has, a single mother, but she will mention this in the video, who is doing her best trying to survive. And I will play this video for you. Take a listen. And you know what? Let's remind ourselves how grateful we can be for everything we have, because there are people who are really, really struggling. And sometimes they are not capable of having other jobs. Sometimes they are afraid maybe of applying for other jobs, and they just keep on doing what they know best or what they have at this very moment. Or maybe they cannot find other jobs and still have to provide a living for their children. Let me play this for you, because this is real life, everyone. And we tend to forget how many people are even in worse situations than this woman is.
Y'all need to get her some help up in here because she busted her behind. She's doing everything she needs to do to make sure everybody is okay up in here.
Right now, a TikTok video is putting the spotlight on a Midlands fast food worker who's been seen running an entire Burger King location in Colombia all by herself. The emotional post sparking conversations online about labor shortages, long hours, and the struggle to make ends meet. Tonight, we hear from the woman in the video, a mother of three, who says she's doing everything she can to keep going, even when it means doing it all by herself.
All right, just tell me your first and last name.
Nakia Hamilton,
Spell it for me.
NYKIAHAMilton.
And you say you've been working here for about 3 months now.
Yeah.
Kind of tell me about that night when the video went viral. I mean, you were just working.
Yeah, because one of my employees just quit on me, and they ain't had nobody else to come in. So I had to work by myself, had to close by myself, had to do the dishes, do prep, do the floor, do front counter, drive through. Though I end up shutting down drive through and let people come in because it's too much to try to run and take orders, then got to run back. So it was just a lot. Then last night I closed again by myself last night. I finally got help today. And she been here since 11 o'clock. She about to close with us at 11. So we just ain't got no employees. Nobody want to work no more. So
Okay, so you have 3 children. You work 2 jobs. Kind of just tell people more about yourself and why you, because some people on social media was like, I would have just closed the store and left. Like,
Yeah.
What made you want to stay?
Because shout out to my general manager, Rhonda. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have no job. Because I do have a record. And it's hard to find a job with a record. And by grace of God, she gave me a job. So that's the only reason why I stayed for her. Because if I know it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have a job.
So basically, to you, some people will say this is negative, but for you, you have a second chance.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I got 3 kids to take care of. Ain't nobody going to be taking care of them. I'm a single mother, so I still got to feed them. And I got a child about to go to school. So.
And my last question is, for someone that may see that video and be like, oh, she working hard, like whatever, it's like, this is what you chose. What would you tell them to say, like, hey, we're all just trying out in the world?
Yeah, I mean, everybody didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't. My mom been a single mother of 4 kids. I'm a single mother of 3 kids. You gotta do what you gotta do. It is either you want us to work or either you want to go out here and rob, steal, and kill. I mean, which one you want?
So you just trying to do it right?
I'm trying to do my best. I got 3 babies. They depend on me. They love me. At the end of the day, I do it for them because every time I get off, my especially my 2-year-old mommy, she loves me soon as I walk through the door. My son, sometimes I bring my son to work with me because I be trying to spend as much time with him as I can, knowing that I work a lot.
Right. And I did reach out to Burger King to get their opinion because I had to, but I don't want people to think like this is Nash Burger King. So just like how you speak about your general manager, can you just say something positive, like this is not bad. What happened?
Burger King is not a bad establishment. Mostly, we have managers working. It's just that we need more pay. And employees, they don't want to work. Like I said, you agree to the pay, then you quit. If we can get a little better pay, then we can get employees. That's all. That's it. That's all.
You can't you like people to know that seeing this on TikTok is like, what's going on?
Everybody that's saying they would close the store, everybody's story different. If I would have closed the store, I would have been fired. So I can't close the store. But I thank everybody for the support. I thank you for coming out and looking up my story and everything. It just really touched me because you don't know I went through a lot. I go through a lot. So y'all know y'all made me cry. So thank y'all. I really appreciate that. I'm about to cry now, Lord. But yeah, so I really appreciate it. Y'all understand. I work a lot.
What makes you so emotional?
Because I mean, my kids' life and I work a lot. So I have to provide for them. And I really don't be having time to spend with them. And it hurts me a lot. So hopefully one day I will have to work so much and I can actually be there for them.
Okay, a few things here I want to say. The first is no one wants to work because they don't pay as much as people would like to get paid. That's one thing. Second thing, I think most people who would like to make money, they don't go to Burger King because, you know, if they can afford, they want to make money on crypto, or they have to do some other things like millionaire overnight, because that's the idea for many people. There are other people who just choose a different path and they go and sell drugs or their bodies or who knows what else, organs. Some people do. But then there are people who work their ass off. And actually, like this woman, I have to tell you, sometimes we have to really feel those people and put ourselves in their shoes. And why I'm saying this is because we are so quick to make a judgment why she does not find a different job or something else, you know. But some people, they just can't, or they want to do the best they can in this situation. And the last comment that I have is about my experience in United States. You know, since I've lived here, and many of you know, you heard this many times, I've lived there for quite a number of years. Altogether was 17 years. It's not a country where you can just lay on your butt and do nothing, unless you maybe became a billionaire from crypto or other things, unless you're very smart with finances, but then you have to maneuver all the time with the money. But most people in United States, you have to keep on working to exist, to pay the bills, to pay the car, to pay insurance, to pay the rent, taxes, this and that, the food, all is expensive. So in the moment when you stop, you cannot stop for too long because everything will be crumbling. And I was very, very blessed. Of course, I was choosing where I work, and I was blessed that God gave me really good jobs in a beautiful environments. And I was learning a lot from those jobs and staying in really beautiful places, meeting amazing people. But even in the luxury environment, is still hard work. It's just more luxurious looking work, but it's still hard work, and you still have to keep on working in order to continue to pay those bills. And as you know, it's a country that is mainly driven. And I'm saying I love many things about United States, but we all can agree that that's how they set up the system there. I'm not saying the people, I'm saying, who knows, the British, whoever designed this concept, that you have to become the slave. And it's a modern slavery system. And when I look at this woman, I think to myself, we can feel sorry for her, but at the same time, someone with, you know, so beautiful eyes, you can see the soul in her eyes, and you think to yourself, you know what, look, she has some discipline, she has some work ethic. It doesn't matter what's the company, what's the brand, what's the name, she keeps on working, and she's doing her best in the situation and the circumstance that she found herself in. So those 3 children, if they have a mother like this, that can provide no matter what, you know, life, I believe God is amazing, because maybe one of those children in the future will become very, very wealthy. That's how it is usually. That's how God pays back. And that child will take care of mother, and she will probably end her life in a very safe, stress-free environment. I wish her that. Thank you so much for watching this video, by the way. I know it's a little different, but it's all part of the current reality in the world and what we choose to do with it, how we react to it, and are we going to give up, or we are going to put our best foot forward. And I speak to myself as well, because, you know, I question a lot of things in every country pretty much. There's no perfect country, guys, in the world. If you think there is, I don't agree. It's really what we are going to make with our decision. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I attached the links to the videos and articles down below in the description box. If you appreciate the content, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave the comments down below and let me know. And If you choose to support my work, the best way is to become the Patreon locals member, or you can donate on PayPal as well. And with this being said, lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you on another one. Bye, everyone.